Hello, hello, hello to all of my wonderful Tauruses or Taurians. How are you all doing today? I know you're having a great day because that's the intention that you set when you woke up today, right? So let's get into your reading. Your duality is divine feminine, right? So what that means is that, in short, without getting into some long drawn out explanation of what divine feminine means, it just simply means you're a nurturer. So your energy is cyclic. So it's like a circle. So it's directed inward. And it nurtures and it has a receiving nature, right? And so you are also an earth sign and you're a fixed sign. So what that means for my Tauruses is that you are a quiet, affectionate, patient, stable, determined, practical, stubborn, and resistant to change. That's that fixed quality in you. And so your symbol is the bull, because the bulls are strong, stubborn, plotting, and can be both fierce and gentle, right? So in other words, Tauruses are as nice and sweet as they want to be, but do not go and try to start problems with a Taurus because it's just not going to end well, right? All right, so what else do we know about my wonderful Tauruses? What else do we know about our wonderful Tauruses? Besides the fact that they're very, very logical people. They just are. They can't help it. They're logical people. They're earth signs. They're very logical. They are generous. They are determined. They are kind. They are organized. They are very patient people. They're practical. They're very reliable. They are devoted, they're responsible, and they're very stable people, right? So that's my Taurus, and their ruling planet is Venus, right? And so we know Venus is a planet of love and all that other wonderful stuff. And so we're going to get into your reading because I want to talk about like how to attract a Taurus, because a lot of people are attracted to the Taurus. And even though your duality is divine feminine, it doesn't matter if you identify as a man or a woman. Your duality is divine feminine. So you have a very receiving nature and you love to nurture people, okay? Let's get into your reading. Most High God of the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Tauruses as it relates to all areas of their lives, specifically in areas of money and wealth, also in areas of power and intellect, also in areas of spirituality and where they need to take action, and also in areas of creativity and emotions. What information do we have for our wonderful Tauruses today, or Taurians? What information do we have? One thing people need to understand about Tauruses is that Tauruses are not going to be rushed. Okay, they're just not going to be rushed. They like everything, including friendship or love affair, to be built from a firm foundation. That's what you all need to understand. You're not going to rush a Taurus into anything. They need a firm foundation. They're very, very stable people. Things need to make sense for them. So for those of you who are trying to attract a Taurus as a friend, and when I say attract a Taurus, I don't necessarily mean romantically, right? It could be just wanting to be friends with them. That's what I mean. Just even wanting to be friends with them. So they are people who have great restraint and they have a lot of patience, right? And so those are the types of personalities that they like. Let's get into these cards. I'm going to share something with you. The Five of Cups right here. This is really about perspective, right? So there is a point where and then we have the Nine of Swords. I'm going to just go card to card. Nine of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Ace of Swords. Yes, I want to see if you can see the card. Ace of Swords. And then Nine of Cups. Let's lay it all out and see what this means. Shooby-dooby-doo. Shooby-dooby-doo. Shooby-doo. Shooby-doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's lay them all out and see what they mean. I'm going to sing a song for y'all, but it's going to be off key, okay? All right, listen. Also, what you all need to understand about is Tauruses are kind of, so you're going to have to be the one that like really, really makes the first move with the Taurus. They are not predators, and I don't mean that in a negative sense. They're not going to sit back and just like, look to kind of sort of prey on the friendship and just like seem desperate. to be friends with you. Excuse me, in any form. So this is how you all were, right? Kind of looking down into the abyss. And this person right here is just like hopeless. They just kind of sort of feel like, I wish things were better. But this is about, again, perspective, right? So a lot of you all are dreamers. A lot of you all are dreamers. You have some dreams in you that you really, really want to get out and just like, just to make some things happen. And I would encourage you all to do this. This is the Page of Cups. And so the Page of Cups energy, specifically on any tarot card, is about trusting your intuition. It also is about somebody who has romantic feelings, someone who has had a flirtatious admirer, and all those things, right? But it's really about trusting your intuition. And knowing that this card right here, this is again about perspective. You have the power, Taurus, to change your perspective from glass half empty to glass half full, right? Again, by what? Trusting your intuition when it comes to things. This is the thing that causes wish fulfillment for my Tauruses, is simply tapping into your intuition. And I know that you all, because you all are earth signs, you're very logical, you are very stable people. Things need to make sense, but I need you all to like really start trusting your intuition, because trusting your intuition in situations will not cause you to be this way. Crying, anxiety, frustrated, guilt-ridden, you know, that kind of thing. The Nine of Swords. Whoever in your life is causing this, you need to set them free. The birds. Set it free. Just set them free. And just move past it. So I see for a lot of you all breakthrough, a major, major breakthrough. Again, this is you changing your perspective on things. Really changing your perspective on things. Trusting your intuition. Moving beyond all of that. And then we have the Three of Pentacles here. You know, when we talk about Pentacles, just so you know, Tauruses, this is really about money, right? When we talk about Pentacles, let me see if I can get in real close so you can really, really see it without... Those letters don't seem to be blurred. This is really about material gain for a lot of you all. So let's talk a little bit about this right here. This looking down into the abyss, looking sad, changing your perspective on things. And also this right here. The crying, the anxiety, the stress, things like this. When we talk about death, of course, we're not talking about just a body physically being lowered into the ground or anything like that, because that's also a transition. It could be the death of a job, a death of a marriage, a death of anything, right, that caused you to be in this position, right? You have to release it, let it be free, let it ascend, right? Give it to the universe. Let the universe take care of that thing so that you can move on. And so there's a healing process. Because you all are fixed signs, it may take a little longer to heal, you know, in the process. And because Tauruses don't freely allow people to always see their emotions, right? Because you all are very, very strong, and people don't always see your emotions. So they may never see you like this. People may never see you like this, right? So again, this is about changing your perspective and healing through this process of this death rebirth process, right? Right? And tears, by the way, so you know, are very, very cleansing. So I see a lot of you all by yourselves where other people can't see this grieving process that you all are going through. And remember, when we're talking about death, we're not talking about the death of a person per se. It could be death of a job. It could be death of a relationship, you know, and people will never see that part of you, the grieving, the looking down into the abyss, the half glass empty perspective of things. You see? All right, let's see what else we have here. They also won't see this either. I want to show you all something. I want to get into these right here. This one right here. The Five of Wands. The internal conflict that comes from other situations, not always people. It could be situations that cause you internal conflict. It could be, like I said, death of a job, death of a loved one, death of a relationship could cause some type of internal conflict, some kind of unrest within you. But you, again, perspective, this card right here, and turning all of that around, this right here, internal conflict, would fall off. You see? You see how the internal conflict is really trying to get to you, but it's also falling out of your spirit. And so I see you all at a turning point in your lives, very enlightened right now, moving on from some things, not even looking back. These birds up here represent freedom. Represent freedom, right? Freedom being released in you from hurt and pain. Then we have the King of Swords, right? This is you releasing the internal, your internal divine masculine energy. You're very articulate. You're very straightforward. There's no mixing of words. People know exactly that your yeses are yes, your no's are no's. No playing around. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not mean-spirited, but you're also very direct, right? And just getting the message across. That's the turning point that happened with you, that internal freedom. A lot of you all are visionaries. A lot of you all have entrepreneurial spirit, definitely leaders. So that fire inside of you, see that lion back there? Lions are fire signs. And that fire right here has been released, right? People can kind of sort of see that change, that transition in you, that ascension happening with you. So I just want to show you that too, right? Just that fire inside of you. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. A lot of you are just hard-working people. And so you get paid handsomely for your hard-working effort and your hard-working efforts, right? Yes. And look at you feeling free. This is a whole new you, Taurus. Like, you have really, really tapped into your power and your tapped into your power and intellect. Now, Tauruses are already very intelligent people, right? But this is a whole new level of you, like this level of freedom. Because you are a natural nurturer and you communicate very differently than the divine masculine energy, they are givers. We're talking about high vibrations. We're not talking about takers. We're talking about receivers and givers, right? You have tapped into your divine masculine energy of giving yourself the nurturing that you were giving everybody else around you, and you just feel liberated and free, Taurus. So let's get into, these cards want to stick to me. Let's get into the oracle cards. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. I'm loving this ascension in you, Taurus, because like I said, you're feeling free. You're just feeling free and liberated. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. You're broken wide open. Look at you. Your spirit broken wide open. You're at this, I want to say you're one with God, because that's the 2 + 8 is 10. One with the number 0. 0 is the God number. So now you're one with God. You're broken wide open. And look how beautiful your spirit is, just shining through. This ascension had to happen. A lot of times people have an idea of what their ascension is going to look like. Like, you know, you go to some spiritual leader or some kind of a counselor, or you listen to a tarot card reader and you think, okay, now I'm ascending. But sometimes ascension comes in the death of something, because death also means rebirth. Death of a person, death of a job, death of a relationship also causes ascension. So the goal is for everybody to live at their highest vibration, whether it be in this realm or live in another realm. You know what I'm saying, Taurus? And so you all are now broken wide open and you are one with God. That's what I want you all to know. And I'm so happy for you, Taurus. Have a great day. Bye.